Plant and animal. We saw in class 7th that Paheli and Buju had visited the forest along the Professor Ahmad and Tipo. They were eager to share their experience with their classmate. Other children in the class were also eager to share their experience, as some of them had visited Bharatpur Sanctuary, some others had heard about Kaziranga National Park, Lengcho Wildlife Sanctuary, Great Nicobar Biosphere Reserve, and Tiger Reserve, etc. What is the purpose of making national parks and wildlife sanctuaries and biosphere reserve? Deforestation and its causes. A great variety of plant and animal exist on earth. They are essential for the well-being and survival for mankind. Today, a major threat to survival of these organisms is deforestation. We know that deforestation means clearing of forest and using that land for other purpose. Trees in the forest are cut for some of the purpose mentioned below. Processing land for cultivation, building houses and factories, making furniture or using wood as fuel. Some natural causes of deforestation are forest fire and severe drought. Add more causes of deforestation to your list and classify them into natural and man-made. Consequences of deforestation. Paheli and Buju recall the consequences of deforestation. They remembered that deforestation increased the temperature and pollution level on the earth. It increased the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Groundwater level also get lowered. They know that deforestation disturbs the balance in nature. They were told by Professor Ahmed that if cutting of trees continues, rainfall and the fertility of the soil will. How does deforestation reduce and rainfall on the on hand and lead to flood on the mother? Decrease. Moreover, there will be increased chance of the natural calamities such as a flood and drought. Recall that plants need carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Fewer trees wouldn't mean that less carbon dioxide will be used up, resulting in its increased amount in the atmosphere. This will be lead to global warming as carbon dioxide trap the heat rays reflected by the earth. The increase in temperature on the earth disturb the water cycle and may reduce rainfall. This could cause drought. Deforestation is a major cause which lead to change in soil properties. Physical properties of the soil get affected by plantation and vegetation. Fewer trees result in more soil erosion. Removal of the top layer of the soil exposes the lower hard and rocky layers. This soil has less humus and is less fertile. Gradually, the fertile land gets converted into desert. It is called desertification. Deforestation also lead to decrease in the water holding capacity of the soil. The movement of water from the soil surface into the ground, infiltration rate is reduced, so there are flood. The other properties of soil like nutrients, content, texture, etc. also change because of deforestation. We have studied in class 7 that we get money product from forest. List these products. Will we face shortage of these products if we continue cutting trees? Animal life is also affected by deforestation. How? List the point and discuss them in your class. Conservation of forest and wildlife. Having become aware of the effect of the deforestation, Paheli and Buju are worried. They go to Professor Ahmed and ask him how forest and wildlife can be saved. Biosphere is a part of the earth in which living organisms exist on which support. Biosphere is a part of the earth in which living organisms exist on which support life. Biological diversity or biodiversity refer to the variety of organisms exist on the earth, their interrelations and their relationship with environment. Professor Ahmed organized a visit to a biosphere reserve for Paheli and Buju. Their classmate, he selected a place named Pachmadi Biosphere Reserve. He knew that the plant and animal found there are similar to those of Upper Himalaya peak and those belonging to the lower Western Ghat. Professor Ahmed believed that the biodiversity found there is unique. He requested Mahadev is a forest employee to guide the children inside the biosphere reserve. He explained that preserving areas of such biological importance make them a part of our national heritage. Mahadevi ji explained to the children that apart from our personal efforts and efforts of the society government, the protect our flora and fauna and their habitats. Protected area called Wildlife Sanctuary, national parks and biosphere reserve have been immersed plantation, cultivation, grazing, felling trees, hunting and washing and prohibited there. Wildlife sanctuary areas where animals are protected from any disturbance to them and their habitat. National park areas reserved for wildlife where they can freely use habitat and natural resources. Biosphere reserve large area of protected land for conservation wildlife, plant and animal resource and traditional life of the tribal living in the area. Agency also take care of the forest and animal. The government lay down the rules, method and policy to protect and conserve them. Wildlife sanctuary, national park, biosphere reserve, etc. are protected area for conservation of plant and animal present in the area. Find out the number of national park files. Find out the number of national park, wildlife sanctuaries and biosphere reserve in your district. State and country record in your table show these areas in outline map of your state and India. Biosphere Reserve. Children along with the Professor Ahmed and Mahadevi ji enter the Biosphere Reserve area. Mahadevi ji explained that Biosphere Reserve are the area meant for conservation biodiversity. As you are aware that biodiversity is a variety of plant, animal and microorganisms generally found in an area. The biosphere reserve help them maintain the biodiversity and culture of that area. A biosphere reserve may also contain other protected area in it. The Pachmadi Biosphere Reserve consists of the national park named Satpura and two wildlife sanctuary named Bori and Pachmadi. List the factors disturbing the biodiversity of area. Some these factors human activities may disturb the biodiversity. Unknowing list these human activities. How can these be checked? Discuss in your class and write a brief report in your notebook. Flora and fauna. As the children's walk around, around the biosphere reserve, they appreciate the green wealth of the forest. They are very happy to see all teak trees and animal inside the forest. Suddenly Paheli finds a rabbit and wants to catch it. She starts running after it. Professor Ahmed stops her. He explained that animals are comfortable and happy their own habitat. We should not disturb them. Mahadevi ji explained that some animal and plants typically belong to the particular area. The plant and animal found in a particular area are termed flora and fauna respectively of that area. Salt, teak, mango, jamun, silver fern, arjun, etc. are the flora and chinkara blue, barking deer, cheetal, leopard and wild dog, wolf, etc. are examples of fauna of the Pachmadi Biosphere Reserve. And try to identify the flora and fauna to your area and list them. Endemic species. Song the group of quantity into the deep forest. Children are surprised to see a very big squirrel. This squirrel has a big flooded tail. They are very curious to know about Mahadevji. Tell them that this is known as a giant squirrel and is endemic to this area. Endemic species are those species of plant animals which are found exclusive in a particular area. They are not naturally found anywhere else. A particular type of animal or plant may be endemic to a zone, a state, or a country. Mahadevji showed Saul wild mangoes as two examples of them. I have heard that some of the endemic species may vanish. It is true. Endemic flora of Pachmadi Biosphere Reserve: bison, Indian giant squirrel, and flying squirrel. Endemic fauna of their area. Professor Ahmad explained that the destruction of their habitat, increased population, and introduction of new species may affect the natural habitat of endemic species and endanger their existence. Giant squirrel species is a group of population which are capable of interbreeding. This means that the members of species can reproduce fertile offspring only with a member of their own species and not with a member of other species. Members of species have a common character. Find out the endemic plant and animals of the regions where you live. Wildlife Sanctuary. Soon Pehli seen a board with a Pachmadi Wildlife Sanctuary written on it. Professor Ahmad explained that killing, possessing, capturing animal in general is strictly prohibited and punishable by law in all such places. Wildlife sanctuary like reserve forest, it provides protection and suitable living conditions to wildlife animals. Is also tell them that people living in wildlife sanctuary are allowed to do certain activities such as grazing by their livestock, collecting medicinal plant and firewood, etc. Some of threatened wild animals like black buck, white-eyed buck, and elephant, golden cat, pink-headed duck, gharial marsh, crocodile, python, rhinoceros, etc. are protected and reserved in our wildlife sanctuaries. Indian sanctuaries have unique landscape, broad level forest, mountain forest, and vast land and deltas of big river. It is a pity that even protected forests are not safe because people living in the neighborhood encroach, open them, and destroy them. Children are reminded of their visit to the zoo. They recall that zoos are also places where animals receive protections. What is the difference between the zoo and wildlife sanctuaries? Visit a nearby zoo, observe the conditions provided to the animal. Were they suitable for animal? Can animals live in artificial setting instead of their natural habitat? In your opinion, will be animals be comfortable in zoo or in their natural habitat? National park. On the roadside there was another board on which was written Satpura National Park. Children now eager to their Mahadev tells that these reserves are large, diverse enough to protect whole state of ecosystem. They preserve flora, fauna, landscape, and historical object and area. Satpura National Park is the first reserve forest of India. The finest Indian teak is found in the forest. There are more than 100 national parks in India. Rock shelters are also found inside the Satpura National Park. These are evidence of parasitic human life in this jungle. These give us an idea of life primitive people. Rock painting are found in this shelter. A total of 55 rock shelters have been identified in Pachmadi Biosphere Reserve. Figure of animals and men fighting, human dancing and playing musical instruments are depicted in this painting. Many tribals still live in the area. As children move ahead, they see a board with a Satpura Tiger Reserve. Written on it, Mahadevi ji explained that Project Tiger was launched by the government to protect the tiger in the country. The object of this project was to ensure the survival and maintenance of tiger population in the country. Are tigers still found in this forest? I hope I can see a tiger. Tiger is the one of the many species which are slowly disappearing from our forest, but the Satpura Tiger Reserve is unique in the sense that is a significant increase the population of tigers has been seen here. Once upon a time, animals like lion or elephant wild Buffaloes and barasingers were also found in the Satpura National Park, animals whose numbers of diminishing to the level that they might face extinction are known as the endangered animal. Boju is the remnant of the dinosaurs which became extinct a long time ago. Survival of some animal has become difficult because of disturbance in their nature habitat. Professor Ahmed tells that in order to protect plant and animals, strict rules are imposed in all national parks. Human activities such as the grazing, poaching, hunting, capturing of animal or collection of firewood, medicinal plant, etc. are not allowed are only big animal facing extinction. Mahadevaji tells Paheli that small animals are much more in danger of becoming extinction than Mahadevji tell Paheli that small animals and are much more in danger of becoming extinction. That a bigger animal at time we kill snake, fork, lizard, bats, whole ruthless without realizing their importance in the ecosystem. By killing them, we are harming ourselves. They might be small in size, but their role in ecosystem cannot be ignored. They form part of food chain and food webs. An ecosystem in a made of all plants, animal and microorganism in area, along with a non-living component such as a climate, soil, river and delta, etc. It wonder if there is any record of all endangered species. Red Data Book. Professor Ahmed explained about Red Data Book to the children. He tells them the Red Data Book is the source of book which keeps a record of all the endangered animals and plant. Red Data Books is maintained internationally by an organism. Indian also maintain red data book by for plant animals found in India. Migration. The excursions party then enter deeply into the forest under the guidance of Mahadevi ji. They sit near the tawa. What would be happen? We had no wood. Is there any alternative available to food? Is now that a paper is one of the important product we get from forest. I wonder whether there are many alternative available for paper. Reservoir to relax for some time. Paheli and observe some of the bird near the river. Mahadevaji tells the children that these are migratory birds. These birds have flown here from other parts of the world. Migratory birds fly to far away areas every year during in a particular time because of climatic change. They fly for laying eggs as the weather in their natural habitat become very cold and inhospitable. Birds who cover long distance to reach another land are known as a migratory bird. Recycling of paper. Professor Ahmed draws attention of the children to another cause of deforestation. He tells them that it takes 17 full-grown trees to make 1 ton of paper. Therefore, we should save paper. Professor Ahmed also tells that paper can be recycled 5 to 7 times for use. If each student saves at least one sheet of paper in a day, we can save many trees in area. We should save, reuse used paper and recycle it. By this we not only save trees but also save energy and water needed for manufacturing paper, and moreover the amount of harmful chemical used in paper making will also be reduced. Is there any permanent solutions to the problem of deforestation? Reforestation. Professor Ahmed's suggestion that the answer to deforestation is reforestation. Reforestation is restoring of the destroyed forest by planting new trees. The planted trees should generally be of the same species which were found in the forest. We should plant at least as many trees as we could. Reforestation can take place naturally also. If the deforested area is left undisturbed, it re-establish itself in natural reforestation. There is no rule of human beings. We have already caused tremendous damage to our forest. If we have to If we have to retain our green wealth for future generation, plantation more trees is the only option. Professor Ahmed told them that is in India we have the Forest Act. This act is aimed at preservations and conservation of natural forest and the meeting the basic need of the people living in near the forest. After some rest, Mahadevji asked the children to start hitting back because it's not available to stay in the jungle. After sunset, on getting back, Professor Ahmed and the children thanks Mahadevji for guiding them through their existing experience. Biodiversity reserve, deforestation, ecosystem, endangered species extension, flora, fauna, migrating bird national park, red data book, reforestation sanctuaries. You have learned Wildlife Sanctuary National Park Biodiversity Reserve, name given the area meant for conservation and preservation of forest and wild animals. Biodiversity refers to a variety of living organisms, species,